Hey everybody, I am Chuck Rogers, licensed professional counselor and licensed marriage and family therapist.
And I am Keith Dunn, and I am a network engineer. And we both have wives.
We're both dads and we're small business owners as well.
Yes, and we wanted to welcome you today to Tabletop Coffee, where we are bold.
And never ever bitter, because bitter root leads to bitter fruit. And today we're going to talk about what you kind of brought it up to me.
Man, we're talking about hope.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so we're not bitter at all today. We are looking at the positive side of things. Even when everything you're looking at in life seems bitter, try to flip that around and look at something hopeful. And that's what we're talking about.
It is. And then we're not going to deny the facts that some things are difficult or unpleasant.
Definitely
we just know the truth, and that usually those things pass and move on. So let's talk about that today. Stay with us. And if you would, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell so that you're notified of future episodes when they come out.
That sounds great. Here we go. I woke up in the middle of the night the other night. And man, I tell you what, I was just feeling some heaviness. And I know, we've been talking a lot over the past week or so because we've been talking almost every morning, and I know you've felt heaviness as well about different things. I've been thinking about, not that I have anxiety about what's really going on. There's always something going on.
True, there is.
And it really wasn't that, but it was more along the lines of, thinking about all of these stores that are closing.
It's true, they are.
People losing their jobs. But I finally got back to bed because I was looking for some peace, and I got enough peace to get back to sleep. And then when I woke up that morning at 6 a.m., the first thing that was on my mind?
What's that?
Hope.
Oh, wow. Just kind of the thought was just there?
It was just poured. That was the only word that was in my mind.
Oh, way cool.
Was hope.
Yeah.
No, I won't say that I felt hopeless, but there is a lot of hopelessness going on with people and in the world.
It really is.
And I thought that it would be good for us to talk about that.
Yeah, I think so.
And see what we can come up with to bring hope in such a difficult situation.
Yeah, I think so.
It wasn't long before I get this text from you with this snippet of information.
Right.
Man, I tell you what, it was wonderful.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, it really was wonderful.
Well,
you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I started thinking about this thing of hope, and I started thinking about how situations come and how situations go.
Right.
And when you don't have hope, you think that you're in the situation, and you think that that negative situation is never going to go. Because I'll have people to come in, individuals or couples, that will just be in the middle of upheaval. I mean, it will just be, I don't want to say bad,
right,
but extremely unpleasant, extremely difficult. No painting of turds here. They'll come in and it's difficult, and they will have zero hope. They'll have no hope at the time for their life, or they'll have no hope for their marriage.
Okay.
And usually it's because of various things, but a lot of times one of the people will have had some, really bad behavior.
Okay.
And, an affair or something of the like. So I'll have to tell them things like, I know you can't buy into this right now. I know that you can't believe this, but I'm asking you to have some faith in me at this point, and some faith of what I have seen.
Sure.
Where I've seen people start and where I've seen people end, and it can get better. And it actually can get better sometimes quickly, not always.
Right.
But sometimes it can get better quickly. And so sometimes I think you have to breathe in that hope for yourself, but sometimes you have to breathe it out so that other people can breathe it too.
Everybody can relate to this. I mean, think about something that you've gone through, and then you sit back and you think, this is never going to end. Yeah. It's something negative that's going on. It's never going to end in your life. But have you ever had a time where it didn't end?
Yeah, good question. And that's actually, I kind of got off track earlier, but that's actually what I started writing to you about.
Exactly.
Was this thing about hope. And I started, said most things come to an end. Good things come to an end. In fact, it's at times difficult to enjoy something because of the knowledge that it will be short-lived.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I started thinking about when I was in high school, we had a family, I'm from a town called DeFord, Michigan, population 52 houses, way up here, about 100 miles north of Detroit, so people in Lynchburg who go, oh, there's nothing to do. I'm like, I don't even want to hear your story.
Go up to DeFord.
DeFord. You gotta say it right. It's DeFord.
DeFord.
Yeah. So, but one of my friends' name is Tim Babish, and his family owned a dairy farm. And they, every winter, would take a vacation up into Canada. And they were very generous and would take me with them up there. I would go with Tim, his dad, Bernie, go with Randy and Jim and Morris. And we'd all go up there, and we were 100 miles from the closest town. And we'd park our trucks and snowmobile back across a lake 5 miles, if I remember correctly.
That's cool.
And it was like 0 or below 0. One time it was like 30 below 0.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I mean, snow would be so deep and it'd be so great, and we'd fish. And so we were out there, Tim and I, we'd drive our snowmobiles, we were teenagers, over to an area, and we'd put our drill holes in the ice and put our tip-ups down in the water, be all relaxed on our snowmobiles, and I would say things like, oh, this is so great. And Tim, my friend, was kind of sometimes like Eeyore. I'd put my tail back on, but it'd just fall off again.
Yep.
Tim would go, oh, geez, yeah, sure. Yeah, this is really great. We got 6 days now, and you think it's going to be wonderful, but we're going to have to leave here in 6 days. It's going to fly by. You won't believe how fast this goes by, and I'll be back milking cows.
So he was taking something that was good and seeing the end of it.
He was. And how quickly it was going to end, and how this paradise of being in Canada and having fun was going to, it was almost like he couldn't even enjoy it sometimes because of how short-lived it was going to be.
Well, I think anybody can relate to that.
Yeah.
People live for the weekend. Mm-hmm. You get to, I know I do this. I'm so excited Friday's here, and I normally take off a half a day on Friday. But by the time I get to Saturday night, I'm already bummed that it's Sunday and I have only one more day before I have to go back and do it all over again.
And you vacation super well.
Oh, yeah.
You and your family.
Yes,
you had
we
all
do.
these great trips to Hilton Head or
Orlando.
Disney.
Yeah.
You mean you guys are like Disney freaks.
Yes, at times we feel that way.
And, you're in it. And don't you think it's just going to end quickly? And doesn't it seem like it does?
Yes. As soon as you get a couple days in, you start thinking, oh my goodness, we've only got 5 days left.
I know.
We've only got 5 days left. So yeah, it is. So we look at this from the positive side of things, and we can easily see that end. Mm-hmm. In fact, we dread that end.
Yeah. But if it's something that's unpleasant or really difficult, really difficult, it seems like time slows down. It's like other people's lives are moving on at a rapid pace, and you sit here in the middle of this yuck, whatever it is, and it's just like you walking through life with cement boots on. You just can't hardly get through it, and
it
time
does seem that way.
isn't going on. But the truth is that time is moving on.
Right.
It's just very unpleasant at the time.
Right. And time tends to seem as if it goes slower. I think you're more aware of the time around you.
I think that's true.
When things aren't going great. Mm-hmm. When you're having fun, I really do believe time moves faster when you're having fun, although time is a constant.
It is.
But it sure feels that way because you've got stuff going on, you're excited. But when it slows down, I think that tends to add to that dread and feeling that it's never going to end.
And right now, we're in this spot with this COVID-19, and it just seems like things are slowly moving, or sometimes I think we tell ourselves that it's just not going to end. It's going to continue this way, and it's going to continue this way forever.
Right, and it is going to end. I think that looking at that, what is a concern on top of that is not only this part will end, but then what do things look like afterwards?
Yeah, true.
And so it's the continuation of just not knowing. And we've talked about that 100 times.
Those negative thoughts about how bad it's going to be continue to pop up.
Right.
Does the possibility exist? Sure.
Sure.
Is it likely? Which goes back to a couple of videos ago where we did the graph of all the negative thoughts that people are having.
Yeah, and people, that's one of the greatest videos that we've done.
I really liked it. I really
So you'll want to, we'll put a link up here and we'll put a link down below in the description for that one as well. Go check that out. This is something that you can do on your own. And it's amazing how it can help you through that process of negative thoughts and kind of push them away so that they're not so harmful to your soul.
So I guess what we're talking about is how to have hope in desperate times, or at least how to have hope in difficult times.
I think so too. I think that the whole process of having hope, getting to a point where we can see outside of what's unpleasant or bad and have hope that there is a light at the end of that tunnel and we will get through this.
Absolutely.
And I think that brings us to a different way of looking at things. So, adding to that, we can also look at how not to lose hope. I mean, and also how to have hope.
Yeah, how to maintain it and keep it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that one of the ways to do that during these times where it seems like you're just slogging through is to remember this piece. And I'm going to read this because I want to make sure I read it correctly.
Okay.
That, however, when it's something that is unpleasant, difficult, or just really hard to get through, we seem to take a different stance. We tend to think that it's horrible, that this will just never end. So the truth is that it is usually not bad. It's just really difficult and unpleasant, and it will end. If the first is true, that good things do come to an end,
right,
then the second has to be true as well, that really difficult things come to an end as well.
And it does.
Yeah.
That's right.
Just hard to remember that at the time.
Again, yes, it is, because I think the weight of negative seems to be heavier than even when things are positive and you're looking towards the end of that, that's nothing compared to the weight of the negative side of things. But it's great to look at the positive side and say, okay, this too shall pass.
It will. Or as John Acuff talked about in one of his books, this too shall post.
This too.
If you're going to go through it, write about it.
Write about it.
Tell about it. Like we do. We use examples here about unpleasant things, and we talk about them so that other people can benefit from them. So this too shall post. Thanks, John, for the...
Yeah, we appreciate that. We're definitely doing it. We're just doing it in a video format.
Yeah, exactly. So there you are.
Well, let us know what you think and what you are hopeful for during this time. Put them in the comments below. Let us know, because remember, your hope can spur somebody else's hope.
Oh, most definitely.
It makes a big difference when you're able to share great things that are going on and other people to see that it can spur that on for others.
Absolutely. So if you liked our content, please subscribe to our channel. Make sure to hit that bell so that you're notified of future episodes when they come out.
Yeah, and be sure to like it. Share these with your friend.
Thanks, everybody.
Hold on. I said share this with your friend, and it should be share this with your friends, your multitude of friends.
Thanks, everyone.
Until next time.